Toodles, were two former and center in Dallas last night. Con Knippel, number 4 pick in the draft, finished with 34 points. He helped the Charlotte Hornets come away with their 5th straight win. But Cooper Flagg, who was the number 1 overall pick, of course, did everything he could, dropping 49 points, which is the most by a teenager in NBA history. So from roommates to rookie sensations, Cooper Flagg and Con Knippel combined for 83 points in Thursday's matchup. Hornets took on the Mavericks, of course. The 83 points is the 3rd most by 2 opposing rookies in a game in NBA history. Brian Windhorst and Monica McNutt are here now. What's up, girl?
You smell great.
Oh, I do. Thank you.
Hey.
We'll talk more about that.
Hey, gentlemen.
Look at that. Hold on. Look at the whoa.
I know. She's fabulous.
Look at the hat. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Okay.
I say it's
I like
Friday.
the look. I like it.
I just was like, let's have a little fun.
She's very
I also have my
Parisian.
Yes.
sassy mustache if I need to tell you to chill out for a second.
She came with props. Wendy, I'll start with you.
I like it.
I doubt Wendy came with props. Wendy, despite the loss, what did you learn about Cooper Flagg last night?
I didn't learn anything. I already knew how special this guy is. I've been covering the NBA for 24 years. I've seen 3 teenagers before Cooper Flagg who have been blown away impressive to me. One was LeBron, one was Luka Doncic, and one was Victor Wembanyama. When it comes to the way Cooper Flagg can control the game at both ends of the floor, the only one he compares to is LeBron. Now, he is a different game than LeBron because he's more of a defensive dominating player than LeBron was as a 19-year-old. LeBron had a more polished scoring game than Cooper does, although I'll tell you right now, Cooper's jump shot is better than LeBron's was at the same age. But the way Cooper Flagg can do everything, handle the ball, create, rebound, go down to the other end, guard multiple different positions. And what really blows me away about Cooper Flagg, and you saw it in this game, because even though he had 49 points, he was furious when he lost this game. His competitiveness, particularly his competitiveness defensively, is what sets him apart. When Luka Doncic gets beat on defense, the only thing he's mad about is the referees for not calling a foul at the other end when he had the ball. Victor Wembanyama is like that as well with his competitiveness, but he can't influence the game offensively like the way Cooper can. This is the most complete teenager we have seen since LeBron James. And like LeBron, I think Cooper Flagg's ceiling is enormous. And that's why last night was a good night for the Dallas Mavericks, because even though they lost, they need to lose every game they can the rest of this season because they need to get a high draft pick. Because last night was an example of why tanking is popular in the NBA. Because on one side, you have the number 1 pick who is looking like a future superstar. And on the other side, you have the number 4. And on the other side, you have the number 4 pick for Charlotte Con Knippel, who is having perhaps the most impressive shooting season for an NBA rookie in history. At the very least, the most impressive shooting season since Steph Curry, okay? Con Knippel is absolutely incredible. He never stops moving. He's shooting 8 3-pointers a game and making them at Steph Curry rates. Both of these guys are examples of not only the future of the NBA, but examples of why tanking is rampant, because this is the way that you change the future of your team.
I never saw this, Monica, Wendy, Shay. I never saw this kid, Knippel, looking away. I mean, he's shooting 43% from three-point range. He's shooting 43% from three-point range.
An 8.
Okay? And averaging 19 a game. I did not see this. This kid is really, really impressive. He really is. But he's no Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg is something special. He really is. And I don't need to add more to what Wendy said in terms of what he brings to the game defensively, how much he cares, how much of an all-around complete play he is. He only shoots like 29% from three-point range. Got to improve on that, but you could see the improvement. And no fear whatsoever. Got a handle, can get to the basket, doesn't need help in that regard, can finish at the basket, good size, got a lot of heart, ain't scared. Dallas lucked up getting this one big time, make no mistake about it. Cooper Flagg is going to be a superstar in this league sooner than later. He is special.
I think it's appropriate that you bring up the three-point shooting, especially in contrast to his Duke teammate and former roommate last night. But I think the thing that has impressed me the most while I remember preparing for the draft, and Wendy, it's great that you brought up Victor Wembanyama because I had the same sort of feeling talking to Cooper that I had about Victor coming into covering the draft the last couple of years. But I did not anticipate Cooper having to bear this much of the load this quickly, right? You looked at that roster and it's like, okay, AD, like Kyrie might come back. They've got pieces. I think the way that he stepped into it, like we all remember earlier in the season, the conversations around Jason Kidd and wanting him to do more off the dribble, using screens differently, all of that. He has stepped into it so early into his career and just taken full hold of it. I mean, the other day when the Mavs were in New York, it wasn't this type of performance, but you could see him as a foundational guy. And so I think all of the comps that we've heard, shout out to our colleague Corey Alexander, who actually comped him to a Scottie Pippen in terms of his defensive ability, which you highlighted as you began your conversation, Wendy. So I think this young man, the thing that struck me last night was he is 19. Like, he is just scratching the surface, and his work ethic was one of the many things that people raved about coming into the draft.
And it's not just the talent. It's not like we're sitting up here talking about, oh, my God, his three-point shot. Oh, my God, his handle. Whatever. He knows how to play.
Yeah.
He knows how to play. High IQ at 19. Let's not forget that. Okay, and again, already has a better shot than anybody. You coming into the league, like you throw a point comparing it to LeBron James, but get to the basket, and he's still growing and growing into his body because he's going to get bigger. He's going to get more physical. The handle is not going to disappear. The passing skills are not going to disappear. One would surmise that the jump shot is going to improve, and certainly his defensive tenacity is not going to go anywhere, nor his will to win. He is the total package. Make no mistake about it. This brother's a superstar in the making, no doubt.
So the best thing I could say about him real quick, Shay, best thing I could say about him, I wouldn't trade him for anyone in the league.
Okay, Dallas now. All right now.
Let's keep him there, okay? 49 points last night. The only other player to score more in a Mavericks loss was Dirk Nowitzki, of course. We'll see you.
A basketball player in their own right. But, I mean, this kid, we're just scratching the surface, right? Like, I can remember talking to folks prior to the draft, talking with Cooper and his family. The work ethic, I think, is something that people were really encouraged by when it comes to Cooper. And this is just the beginning. The Mavs, listen, almost a year to the date of the trade for Luka, like, it could not have bounced better for them in terms of having a guy that they can move forward with as a centerpiece.
You do all the draft stuff. Are you surprised that Flagg is having this kind of season already this far into the year?
I am, because I thought, again, he would be more of an outstanding role sort of guy, but he's moving into a centerpiece quicker than I anticipated, for sure.
Vince, what makes Flagg so special?
Well, he has to. Right?
Yeah.
There's no Anthony Davis. There's no Kyrie Irving that they expected. He has no problem being the main guy. There's something, too, in this age of AAU super teams and everything else, a guy understanding that I have to be the star, that everything is on me. And because Cooper Flagg looks a certain way, we don't take him as an athlete. He's a hell of a basketball athlete. When I see him, and Monica, see what you think about this, I see Kawhi Leonard.
Interesting.
At a very young age that can dunk over, that's a sports car, defensively inclined, offensively aggressive. It's just that we don't think of him because he looks a certain way, and I'm fine with that. I really am. I'm okay with that. Like, it's all good. But sooner or later, we're going to come back and say, this kid was a great athlete, and he showed it since day one. He's still a teenager, y'all.
It's
wild. Joe, I look at this rookie class. It's not only these two, but like Dylan Harper's having a great start to his career. You're seeing a lot of talent. What do you do from the gambling side as far as Rookie of the Year goes?
Rookie of the Year is a two-horse race, and pricing might tell you it's a one-horse race. Cooper Flagg minus 500, which means you're risking $50 to win 10. On the other side, Con Knipple right there, plus 340. $10 bet returns $34 in profit. Now, there's posted odds and true odds. These are the posted odds. They have to factor in liability. They have to factor in how much the book could lose if they put a bad price up and they get hammered. True odds would probably have this price a little bit closer because Knibble's been nasty. In fact, the Hornets have been nasty. Number one in the NBA in January in net rating and offense. Don't sleep on this team. Chuck said they'd make the playoffs. 4-1, I think they make the playoffs.
Here we go with this.
Saying, but on this speaks to the Belichick situation from earlier this week. We're not handicapping the players. We're handicapping the voters. And the voters can do some crazy things. So keep that in mind when you mess around.
As someone who had the starter jacket and loved LJ and Muggsy and Del Curry and Mourning,
Going all the way
I'm
back.
happy for a Hornets revival. And welcome